Pops. Now, as I'm sure you know, Top of the Pops was killed off last year, but they wanted to bring it back for this comic relief special, and we were given the job because our name is quite similar.
Yeah, so what we've got in store is like Top Gear, only half as long. And instead of cars, there's music. So we've got Supergrass, we've got Travis...
Yeah, and then, at the end, all right, the end of the show, the three of us will be performing as a band for the very first time. Yes! We could well set a record as the worst band ever to appear on British television.
Yeah, but that's then, this is now. And we're kicking off tonight with the latest single from Lethal Bizzle.
Yeah, it's Lethal Bizzle Records. He's back to business. Fire can. It's Lethal Bizzle Records. It's Lethal Bizzle Records. It's Lethal Bizzle Records.
What the fuck is this? And they haven't, but they want at the wrong speed.
You don't want to pay me, sir.
He said he wanted to borrow a hoe. Well, maybe he's a farmer.
When you ready, everything you're talking to. When you ready, what you gonna do? You don't want to pay me, sir. Nah, you don't want to pay me, sir. You don't want to pay me, sir. I'm gonna take your friend and explicit. Me.
What are you doing?
It's noises like that that killed off Top of the Pops in the first place.
No, it wasn't.
It was. They were saying, oh, no one's interested in the charts anymore. Oh, Fern Cotton's dress isn't see-through. You know, it was because they kept booking acts like, what's his name, Jizzy Tissue.
Lethal Bizzle. After that rather truncated first song...
What have you got next? Someone rolling a barrel of spoons down some stairs?
No. Well, actually, almost. It's James May.
Now, to liven up the old Top of the Pops format, we've had an idea. We're going to invite a band on and we're going to give them a challenge.
Yeah, we're going to ask them to write an entire song from scratch and then perform it at the end of the show.
Yeah, and this sort of thing will require excellent songwriting skills, superb musicianship, so would you please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mcfly!
Hello?
Now look.
You can't be formal with a band.
Okay. Now, this is a chance for you to prove that you're not just some useless, manufactured, dopey boy band.
Well, we are.
No, you're not. Well, let's find out, because we know that you knew we were going to ask you to do this, and that you've probably already worked up a song, haven't you?
We haven't at all.
No.
I promise.
Just to make absolutely sure you can't cheat, and to be honest, to bugger you up completely, we've invented some rules.
Yeah.
So there are 3 words that you can't use in writing your song. And they are love, baby, and heart.
But there's more, because there are 3 words that you must use. And they are sofa, administration, and Hyundai.
What do you think? What do you think?
You do it?
Hyundai.
Absolutely. Okay, right.
I'm looking forward to this.
Well, you've got until the end of the show, so if I were you, I'd bugger off and get cracking.
Yeah.
Better add.
Good luck, guys.
Hyundai.
Can't wait for that. Meanwhile, here's a reminder of why we're all here.
Comic Relief has spent years helping teenagers who have run away from home and got into trouble with drink, drugs and even prostitution. Now we want to spend the money to stop this happening, to help the runaways get home before the trouble begins.
Concern is growing for a 13-year-old girl from Milton Keynes who's gone missing. Christy J. Mahoney disappeared last Friday night.
Every day I used to think, is she going to come home? Will she come back in one piece? Is she going to come back in a black bag? My initial first step, get posters splattered around Milton Keynes. Bus stops, buses, up the city centre. At the end of the day, it was just a case of just trying to find my daughter.
Children who run away can find it hard to ring home for all sorts of reasons, but they are in real danger. That's why the Runaway Helpline has been set up. It's for under 18s, it's confidential, and the operators understand what both children and parents are going through.
Do you want to tell me what happened, why you left?
They can help find children a safe place to stay and can help them get back in touch with their families.
Every day I'd be waiting on the phone to ring. Every day was an agonising 24 hours.
After 3 long weeks, Christy J made the most important call of her life. She called her mum.
And then when I heard her little voice on the phone saying, "Hi Mum, it's me, CJ." And I said, "Where are you?" And she said, "I'll be home soon." And when I saw Christy J at the front door, I just put my arms around her and I didn't want to let her go.
There are vulnerable children out there on the streets tonight, in danger, frightened, confused. I hope it's not your child. But projects like the Runaway Helpline, funded by Comic Relief, are working now to keep these children safe. And we are asking you to help us to help them. Help bring families back together where we can and bring kids to safety before their lives fall apart.
To make a donation, telephone 08457 910 910, or you can log on to bbc.co.uk/Red Nose Day.
Yes, do that. And now it's time for the news.
Yes.
And we thought what we'd do in Top Gear with the Pops is blend kind of musical news and motoring news. So, you know cars?
Yes,
Yes,
we know
Jeremy,
cars.
we know cars.
Good. Well, you know iPods. Why can't you plug an iPod into a car?
Well, you can. Mercedes, you can.
I know you can in a Mercedes, and you can even adjust it on the steering wheel. But the vast majority of cars that I test, you can't just plug an iPod in. Now, everybody's got an iPod these days.
I haven't.
Everybody under 140 years old has got an iPod these
They are
days.
everywhere.
You've got to remember that the car industry took 50 years to work out that a little light needed to come on when you open the door. So I wouldn't hold your breath.
Anyway, OK, right, listen. Can I just make a plea to the makers of iPods? You know the wire thing, OK? You
yes.
fold it up really neatly, put it in your pocket, pull it out 1 minute later. It is a knot so complicated.
Yeah.
I'm right.
I know
I've
exactly.
ended up, you put your iPod on, I get the things that it's just two huge
I know
knots.
exactly what you mean. It's immaculate and neat. You put it in, pull it out of your pocket, and it's in. You'll never undo it. It's got one of your testicles tied up in it.
Listen, I've got a story here about Coldplay, and I'm sorry, but I don't understand it. Listen to this. Fear not, however, they haven't gone emo for the follow-up to the Mega X and Y. What the bloody hell does that mean?
We work with
rubbish.
this all the time.
One of the things I thought we could do in the news was talk about festivals. Loads coming up this year, and I've got some of the lineups from some of them. So there's Hyde Park Calling, they've got Aerosmith, possibly the Rolling Stones. V Festival, Kasabian, Fratellis, Snow Patrol, Basement Jacks.
Worst band in the world.
What, Basement Jacks?
Jacks.
No,
No, worst band ever
Why? They're not-
ever to go near a microphone.
No,
I'd like to hose them down with machine gun fire.
Lying out loud.
What do you think of them, James?
I've never had a Basement Jack.
This is like talking to me dad about music when I was a kid.
I have to say, my favourite one my dad did, watching Top of the Pops, was, what's his name? Billy Idol came on to do White Wedding, and he just looked and he went, you'd have thought, going on telly, you'd have put a shirt on.
That's what you sound like.
Oh, no, but I have to say, most festivals these days, I think, are getting a lot better. I'm going to Glastonbury this year.
Well, what, presumably
Yeah.
in a Range Rover with a posh Fortnum's hamper?
No. No, I'm going in a helicopter.
Oh, for crying out loud. Very, very
But no, we're going to land during the Arctic Monkeys, and that'll improve it for everybody else.
Now, here's a musical figure, Phil Spector, musical name, of course. He's on trial. He's going to be going on trial for murdering somebody called Clarkson. We've all felt like that on occasions, obviously.
Yeah.
But he felt it was a good idea, obviously, to convince the jury that he's not mental. So, here's the image he's gone for. Here's the look. Yeah. There, they're going to trust you. I didn't do anything. Right, no, of course he didn't. Actually, Jeremy...
Yes, all right, I know.
I was thinking of stuff we could talk about. Lists, that's kind of appropriate, isn't it? Of records and things. Well,
I love
thought
a
of-
list.
Right, well, a subject. You know hospital radio?
Yes.
Well, I don't.
no.
You would.
No,
Past in local radio DJ.
Well, a DJ started there. It's relevant. Well, I've been thinking of a list of songs that they can't play on your hospital radio. Number one, The Verve, Drugs Don't Work. That'd be difficult to listen to.
What about Cutting Crew? I Could Have Died in Your Arms tonight.
Fergal Sharkey, A Good Heart, could be sensitive in certain
for the
wards.
transplant ward.
That would not
A
be-
good
not
heart
get
is
on well.
hard to find.
When you think about it, it's perfect.
This is a brilliant idea. Charts.
Good chart, isn't it?
Top 5 records for playing...
Somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen the new Snow Patrol video?
No.
Well, I remember Rendezvous, that French film
Yes.
director, wasn't it? And he'd got a bit of film left, and he bolted the camera to the front of his Ferrari, blasted through the streets of Paris. We showed it on Top Gear, didn't
Yeah.
we? Well, they've put their new track over the Rendezvous video. Here it is.
Tell me that you'll open your eyes. Tell me that you'll open your eyes.
That is not a bad tune, that.
I like it.
Thing is, though, can we just see the original of that? Because I think the noise in the original's better. Tune.
It's a good tune.
You can hear the words and everything,
but annoyingly, I think you're right.
A Ferrari V12 is better than Snow Patrol.
Big trend at the moment, old supergroups reforming. Genesis, The Police, Van Halen, apparently.
No,
Although
Van
they
Halen
fell out
were going...
again.
Yeah, they've fallen out.
Well,
it's because modern music, like Jizzy Tissue that we had on earlier, is such rubbish that that's why the old ones are getting back to...
No, it's because old farts like you two keep supporting all these old bands full of old farts at festivals in your helicopters, and that's why they keep going.
Genesis is better than any modern band.
No, they're not. They're old. You two stop. OK, well, so you're only saying you're old as well? Oh, actually, yeah.
It is.
That's inappropriate, unfortunately, he is.
Phil Collins is not Genesis, woman! Phil Collins was one of the best drummers in the world, and on Selling England by the Pound, if you listen to Firth of Fifth, the drumming in that is... I'm sorry.
You're starting to ramble on about the old days.
I told you that. I can feel it coming in.
Jeremy, you're singing on television. Stop it immediately.
Right, that is the end of the news, and now I'd like to say that it gives me great pleasure to introduce the next band, but since they're performing a new single we haven't heard yet, who knows whether it'll be a pleasure or not. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Travis! Yeah.
Well, I think that was a pleasure. Very, very tuneful. Anyway, it's time now for the charts from last week. I'm sorry we don't have this week's charts, but we're recording this live last Sunday. Right, here we go. At 5, it's Frey, How to Save a Life. At 4, Grace Kelly with Mika. At 3, it's Akon featuring The Sweet Escape performing Gwen Stefani. And at...
I'm sorry, mate.
What is it now?
Well, I'll tell you what it is now. The only person who cares how many records Akon has sold is Akon. All we're bothered about, bearing in mind how horrible modern music is, how quickly they get the song over with. So I've come up with a new chart, and here it is. At number 3, it's Kelly's featuring someone with a name they weren't christened with, and Lil Star at 3 minutes, 14 seconds. And number 2, Grace Kelly, who didn't die in a car accident, as we all suspected, with Mika, 3 minutes, 8 seconds. But the fastest record in the chart this last week was Cascada and Miracle, 2 minutes, 46 seconds.
Yeah. Right. OK. Time for another reminder of why we're actually here.
Remember Somaliland? I took you on a nightmare trip once there to Hargeisa Hospital. A hospital with no drugs, no surgical instruments, no sterile equipment. It was 2003, but you'd think I'd stepped into a Victorian horror story. I'd never seen anything like it. People were turned away because there was no drugs. People were turned away from the hospital because they'd no money. Do you ever wonder what happened to your money? Did it do any good? Did it achieve anything? You bet it did. Have a look. I'm filming for Comic Relief in Kenya, but I've got hold of some footage that's just come over the border from Somaliland.
This is our pharmacy. So this is, you can see all the drugs are here. All this is from Comic Relief.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
The drugs have done a lot of good things in Hargeisa. Here, everybody can get drugs, whether they pay or not.
That's the best thing I could have seen, because the people who can't afford the drugs get them for nothing, which is absolutely brilliant. You've set them up forever. One of the biggest problems for the hospital was that people couldn't get there quickly enough in an emergency. And those first few minutes can mean the difference between life and death. Their only ambulance was literally rusting into the ground. Yes! Isn't that the best? To see the ambulance all shiny with Comic Relief on the side and the old siren going there. Your money bought them a new ambulance. The difference is absolutely staggering. I'm blown sideways by this. Now the wards look a little more familiar. They're still in desperate need of some serious attention, though. It's just overwhelming to see all you've done for this hospital. Your money has provided drugs, a much-needed ambulance, and has helped turn this hospital around. But as you've seen, that's just the start, and we've still got a long way to go. With your help, we can fix this ward. We can finish the job. Without you, this terrifying thing happens. It's called nothing. Please, give us a call, and give as much as you can. You've seen what your money can do. 08457 910 910. or donate online at bbc.co.uk/Red Nose Day. Thank you. You can change and save lives tonight.
Phone that number or we'll tell your neighbours that you interfere with animals. Jeremy.
Yes, now it's back to the music. Our next band, the drummer, his dad used to be a presenter on Top Gear about 20 years ago. Chris Goffey, you may remember him. Anyway, here they are with Aid Edmondson on guitar. Please welcome Supergrass! Yeah. Right, chaps. In order to glam this up visually, OK, the three of us are going to be providing some special effects for you. So, Hammond, you ready on the wind?
Yeah, ready.
Hammond, May, you ready with the Bonnie Tyler doves?
Yeah, I think so.
Good, I'm on dry ice. Start your tune! Sorry, chaps. And what makes it worse is the chicken. Top Gear dog has eaten it. It's a disaster. But ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Supergrass!
Now, earlier on, we asked Mcfly if they could write a song before the end of the show, including the words sofa, administration, and Hyundai. It's time to see how they got on. Who would like to hear the Mcfly sofa, administration, Hyundai? Right, play it.
Here we go.
Here we go, ready?
Sofa, Hyundai, administration. Yeah! You said you're manufactured, but guys, you got it wrong. We did the stupid challenge and we wrote this song. It happened. Sofa, Hyundai, administration. It happened. Sofa, Hyundai, administration. Our reputation to lose is why we wrote the top. Yeah. Jeremy's antique, the hamster just squeaks. James is such a geek, and I really wanna know who the stick is. Sofa, Hyundai, administration. Who is the stick? Sofa, Hyundai, administration. Our reputation to lose, well, I think the Top Gear Blues. So no, what did we? Jeremy's antique, the hamster just squeaks. James is such a geek, and I really wanna know who's the stick. Hyundai administration. Yeah, who's the stick? Hyundai administration. Our reputation to lose is why we wrote that Top Gear. My biggest excuse when I sing the Top Gear. I'm a little confused, is why we sing the Top Gear Blues. All right.
Hey! That was brilliant, and now we're going to do something that almost certainly won't be.
Yeah, because we're going to play us out right now. I'm on bass. The last time I played one of these, I broke it on the Singer, and that was about 20 years ago, so I might be a bit rusty.
Yeah, and I have to say, my piano that I've got at home doesn't have all these switches and knobs on it.
No.
And I normally use it to play things like Bach and Beethoven, but Jeremy wants us to do something by a Billy Ocean.
Yes. I decided we're going to do Red Light Spell Danger, because I listened to it, and apart from a couple of twiddly bits I'm a bit nervous about, I reckon it's OK for someone who's only had 7 lessons. Thing is, how hard can it be?
Don't say that, please! Anyway, we do need a lead singer. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Hawkins!
Yeah. This is going to be beautiful. When a lie spells danger, can't hold on much longer.
What was that?
I dropped the sticks. Well, your hands sometimes crash into each other.
Well, if you didn't have so many drums...
I've got another packet here.
What, is that why you carry them?
No, I'm...
Getting through 20 drumsticks a day.
Here we go!
Is on. I never thought the day would
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, Billy Ocean.